Hello, my loves. We are talking about healing, and this is really important. So just sit back. Hopefully, it won't take too long, but it's something I think everybody needs to hear and understand. It's easier than you think. When you wake up one morning, your kids wake up, strep throat, wouldn't you know somebody's sick? Strep throat, ear infections, whatever's going around the classroom. Somebody's sick, you gotta call a doctor. Okay, you call, you make the appointment, you go in, you're examined, the test confirms, you get the prescription. Now it's up to you. You're sick, you have the prescription. Are you going to get it filled? Do you want to feel better? Because at this point, it's up to you. You have to fill the prescription, get home, take the medication as directed, and complete the entire prescription. Take all of the medication as directed for however many days it's written for. That does not mean take the medication until you're feeling better. Take the medication for a day or two. Yeah, well, I'm well enough. No, that's not how it works. Take the medication as directed. How many people do that? I mean, if you have strep throat, you have an ear infection, your kids are sick, you want to get better. You want them back in school. You're going to make sure they take the medication as directed, the full prescription, get them back in school. If you don't complete the prescription, if you take it until you're feeling better, you're not going to knock that infection out. You're going to knock it back, but not knock it out. So let's do it the way it's written and take the entire prescription, okay? Get those kiddos back in school where they belong. But it's up to you. If it's you, adults are stinkers. You will take the prescription until you're feeling better and then, well, I'll be okay. Will you really? Will you really be okay next week when you start getting that tickle in your throat, when your ear's bothering you again? It's like, God, I don't want to take time off. I don't want to go back to the doctor. Well, if you had finished the prescription as you were told, probably wouldn't be in this position. What if you pull a muscle? You're playing basketball, you're playing with the kids, the grandkids, you're lifting something off a shelf, and you pull a muscle. Son of a gun, that hurts. You go to the doctor, they check you out, they say, okay, let's try some physical therapy. You roll your eyes because that's what everybody does, but you need to go to physical therapy. It is up to you to go, to keep the appointments, to go to physical therapy, to cooperate, do what they're telling you, and in all likelihood, they are going to give you an HEP, which is a home exercise program, which are exercises that you do at home in between your appointments. It is up to you to do this. Will you do that? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of people will stay with physical therapy, until they're feeling better and, I don't need to go anymore. Until you hurt yourself again, until you re-injure it because you're not totally healed, but you do it your way. If you, God forbid, have a slip and fall, you're in a car accident, a home accident, and you mess up your knee, you break a hip, time for a knee replacement, hip replacement, shoulder replacement, whatever it is, son of a gun. You go in, you have the x-rays, the scans, the surgery, and you're in the hospital and they tell you, you're in for some physical therapy. They have you trapped. You are caged. You are in the hospital. You are going to have physical therapy, whether you like it or not. It's not going to be fun. Physical therapy, especially initially, it is not a fun time for anybody. Trust me, the therapist doesn't enjoy you growling, snarling, and giving them dirty looks either. Just do it. Just bite the bullet. Do the physical therapy. It will help. So you're in the hospital, you're doing the PT, it's time to go home, thank goodness. Outpatient physical therapy. What you gonna do now? Are you gonna make the appointment, keep the appointment? Or are you going to go so you build up the strength, strengthen the muscle, strengthen the joint, you're back to baseline, you're back to normal? Or, do I really need to go? I'm feeling good enough. It's better than it was until you hurt yourself again because it's not totally healed. And that happens so often. Next case scenario. We have all experienced what I call core wounds. Things that have happened in our life that just cut you to the core. Could be the death of a loved one, a divorce, a breakup, death of a child, moving, loss of a job, surviving a tornado, a flood, a hurricane, as we've had recently. It could be any number of things. It could be you were involved in a violent crime, you were raped, molested. All of these horrible events, these traumas, are core wounds because they hit you at your core. They're at the very core of your being. It may have happened in childhood, it may have happened a week ago. Regardless, it's there. And if you're experiencing panic attacks, anxiety attacks, nightmares, night terrors, flashbacks, depression, you just can't deal with this anymore. Something triggered all of this and it's flooding back. It's time to get some help. There's nothing wrong with getting help and having somebody to talk to about this, talking to a professional. That's why, that's what I do. And that's why I'm here. People come to me, and that's great. Talk to a life coach, talk to a trauma therapist, talk to a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor. Get the help that you deserve. Yes, you need it, but honey, you deserve it. You deserve to work past this trauma. There is life after trauma. You don't have to be a victim forever. And this is really scary for a lot of people because maybe you've been stuck in a horrible marriage for 20 years. Maybe you were abused as a child for most of your childhood. And that's long-term stuff. And it's become part of you. And the therapy will pull you out of that. And you have allowed that to become part of your persona. Who are you going to be now when you lose that? Well, you're still you. You're just new and improved. But it feels very scary. It can be, can't talk. It can be very frightening for people. That's why you need to talk to somebody that knows what they're talking about and will be there to guide you through it. What I tell my clients, honey, I do not want to manage your life. That is not why I'm here. I am here to give you the tools to manage your own life. I'm here for backup. We talk, I give you the tools, I encourage you, I support you, but I want you to use the tools I give you to manage your life. So in between therapy appointments, when you start having a panic attack, you have the tools. You know how to deal with it on your own. And I'll be damned, it works. And I will get texts, phone calls. Oh my gosh, I started having a panic attack and I did what you told me and it actually worked. Well, yeah. If you listen to your therapist, you listen to your counselor, do what they tell you to do, it's going to work. It may feel scary in the beginning because it's new, it's different, but you're worthy of new and different. You're worthy of having a healthy life, free of trauma. So just keep that in mind as you're on your healing journey. Emotional healing is just like physical healing. You have to stick with it. You have to do as you're instructed. Even when you don't want to do it, you cannot quit because it's, when you have that back injury and you don't go to PT, you go till you feel better, you take your prescription till you feel better, it's going to bite you in the ass. Same thing with mental health. Stick with the therapy until you're healed, because if you quit midstream, it's just going to come back. You're not healed. You may be better right now, but will you be in a month? Stick with the program. See it through. Whether you're dealing with addictions, depression, anxiety, whatever it is, you are worthy of having a happy, healthy life. You are worthy of living a life addiction-free. It's not going to be easy kicking an addiction. But you do have people, professionals that are willing to help you. I'm sure you have family that's friends that are willing to stand behind you. But you have to realize you are worthy of healing. You are worthy of kicking that addiction, of having a happy, healthy life. You just have to stay the course, even when it isn't easy. But you're worthy. It's all up to you. As professionals, we give you the tools. You know, your doctor gives you the prescription. You have to fill it and take it. They send you to physical therapy. You have to go. You have to do the home exercise program. You see your therapist. You have to keep the appointments and do as you're advised. Because it works. It does work. Stay the course. Don't give up. Because, sweetheart, you are so worthy. I promise. You are so worthy.